Off the golf course, Soyuz has plenty more to offer. The small, friendly resort town is rife with recreational activities, so packing some comfy footwear in your swimsuit is a must. Soyuz Lake, Canada's warmest freshwater lake, is the town's epicenter and the liquid jewel of the region. Consider it an ideal spot to park on the beach or take a dip in some shimmering waters. Kayaking and canoeing, boating and boarding entertain visitors of all ages, while hiking and biking are superb alternatives for those seeking non-aquatic adventures. And steps from the sand is a luxurious watermark beach resort. It's an outstanding place to stay and offers great access to the beach and a comfy retreat after your round. Complete with a fitness center, spa, lakeside patio, and hot tub, Watermark's spectacular amenities treat guests eager for some healthy self-indulgence. A sizable swimming pool and exhilarating water slide are also available even after dark, while refueling at the resort's wine bar and patio is a charming option for dining. With a menu packed with the Soyuz locally grown ingredients and a wine list loaded with the town's top bottles, Watermark has something to suit every palate and pocket. Upstairs, the spacious rooms provide magnificent views of the lake, along with a restful stay to keep you refreshed before your next tea time. We suggest going off early so you can savor this sublime sunrise. The fun doesn't end on the golf course. Taking a trip to the Inkomeep Desert Cultural Center is sure to enlighten your spirit and mind. The Inkomeep Nation is one of many bands clustered throughout the Okanagan Valley, with ancestors who often played peacekeeper between rivaling tribes. Here their story is encapsulated, detailing the challenges and triumphs of Okanagan people.
Well, here we're all about sharing the knowledge with everybody. What it's like to be in the Okanagan, and you get a sense of how we survived back then, how we're still surviving today, our language, our traditions.
Visitors are able to peruse the stunning eco-friendly property that's complete with indoor and outdoor displays, education stations, and a theater experience. It's an excellent opportunity to better understand a culture that has flourished for thousands of years.
Because people forget sometimes that there's First Nations around, and we were here and we still are. Just give them a better idea of who we are.
Guides help to share insight on the language, traditions, and rituals they preserve, highlighting how plants were used for food, medicine, and technology, and the strong bond held with various animal species. With a fun, interactive learning environment, the Cultural Center is a cool place to discover the fascinating stories of Canada's only desert and share in the rich culture of the Okanagan people. Not only does the desert-like climate of the South Okanagan Valley provide world-class golf, but flanking the golf courses you'll find one of the best grape-growing areas in North America. And where there are grapes, wonderful wine is surely not too far behind. Tinhorn Creek is celebrating 20 years in 2014. It started modestly when barrels of wine used to be stored in the basement of a house, and now, well, 50 acres of grapevines keep the wine flowing.
They can take a self-guided tour of everything we do in the cellar. Of course, you can taste wine. You can have a private tasting in a separate room or right at the taste bar. And then, of course, if they want to eat, then we've built Miradoro Restaurant.
A magnificent Mediterranean-inspired menu is a great treat, as is the picturesque perch atop the valley. Local ingredients round out Miradoro's philosophy and are served in an elegant yet rustic atmosphere. With a spectacular view, the restaurant overlooks all the various vines harvested by Tinhorn. They soak up the constant sunshine and produce some incredibly full-flavored grapes.
This climate here is unbelievable. We don't have to spray very much for pests or diseases, so it makes my life a lot easier.
Touring the Tinhorn property, you won't want to miss its behemoth barrel room. Tinhorn Creek Vineyards produces 40,000 cases of wine every year, and of course from the grapes, it comes in here where it's stored in these oak barrels. This barrel room holds 1,000 barrels, each one of which can produce 300 bottles of wine. While you might think the process of turning grapes into wine is an exact science, most of the work is actually within the fruit, and Tinhorn grows some of the best.
Probably about 90% of the flavors that the wine ends up representing come from the fruit and the vineyard. My job is pretty much just to not mess it up.
Many awards have been bestowed upon Tinhorn Creek wines, including its Merlot and Oldfield Series Bench White. One that's usually in short supply, though, is one of the vineyard's most popular blends. Selling out almost every season, the Cab Franc emanates a luxurious delight, just like the rest of Tinhorn Creek. Oliver, British Columbia got its name from this guy right here, John Oliver, who was the premier of the province back in 1917. Now, he created a plan called the Big Ditch, which was a massive irrigation canal that brought water to this area, which was otherwise a desert, allowed it to become agriculturally fruitful, as well as allowed for the golf courses of the future. Fast forward nearly 100 years, and the town of Oliver is a haven for award-winning wineries and premier fruit farms. The vineyards and orchards line the hillsides with apples, cherries, pears, and more. And those hillsides present an enticing challenge for cyclists. The quaint countryside is an attractive backdrop for a leisurely pedal and an invigorating activity for the more experienced. A number of long and short trails are available for a quick ride or a strenuous workout. But the main attraction in the fruitful fields of Oliver is the grapes. Known as the wine capital of Canada, Oliver's abundant wineries pump out gallons of tasty product and ship cases all over the country. One such place, the Hester Creek Winery, sits on a 95-acre estate with vines dating back almost 50 years. The South Okanagan is one of the warmest areas in Canada, and when you mix the warm days and cool nights, these vines yield flavors that are not often found in more southern areas of the world. Hester Creek doesn't only offer some great wine, but also provides a relaxing escape and a unique experience.
The point of coming to Hester Creek is we want people to have kind of a real wine experience. Come here, stay at the villa, do a round of golf, come back, have a beautiful dinner. It's a perfect base kind of from which to sit yourself and enjoy the whole South Okanagan.
Gazing at Hester Creek's vast vineyards and the breathtaking beauty of the mountains is perfect from these villas, and there may not be better scenery or a more calming atmosphere to enjoy a few glasses of wine. Entertaining guests is one of the key elements at Hester Creek, and they strive to give guests the best opportunities to enjoy the wine industry.
We have a cooking class. 12 people come and engage in a 4-course tutored style cooking class where we select very local ingredients and bring them in and pair it with our wine in mind and showcase the food and wine marriage.
For those looking to sip deeper into the wine tastings, there are a bouquet of options to sample and plenty of staff to help you learn about each one.
One of our tasting opportunities is a tour and tutor tasting. So we'll start by giving guests a little bit of history of Hester Creek on a leisurely vineyard walk, and then a tour of our production facility. We've got one of the nicest production facilities in the Okanagan. And then we'll end up in our dining room where we have custom placemats set up and varietally specific Riedel stemware to showcase our wines.
Despite the world-class accommodations, food, cooking classes, and guest experiences, the Merlots, Cabernets, and Pinots speak for themselves.